Chapter 8 Gus Baloney. Today, Janitor came to room 9 for show and tell, and it was the funnest day ever. That's because he brought his very big toolbox with him, and we played a game called Name the Tools. And guess what? I knew the saw, and the hammer, and the metric socket set with adjustable ratchet. And then Janitor showed us how to use his stuff. And Charlotte got to shine his giant flashlight. And my bestest friend Grace got to push his big broom. And Lucky Duck Lucille got to clean the chalkboard with his squishy sponge. Except for then a little bit of trouble happened, because I wanted the mop. Only that stupid head Jim wouldn't let go of it, and so I had to pinch his arm. Well, after that, the mop got removed from us. Removed is the school word for snatched right out of our hands. After that, Janitor sat in a chair, and room 9 sat all around him. And then he told us all about himself and his job. And guess what? He's been a janitor for 14 years. And he was born in a different country from ours. And his name is Gus Baloney. Hey, I love that name of Gus Baloney, I hollered out, because Baloney is my favorite kind of sandwich. And then I smiled, very proud. And guess what else I said to room 9? Me and Janitor are bestest friends, and sometimes he calls me the nickname of Sis. Well, then Janitor winked at me, and so I winked back, except for both my eyes kept on shutting, and so I had to hold one of them open with my fingers. Well, I really like that Gus Filoni, I whispered to my best friend Lucille. Only then that dumb girl named Lily heard what I said, and she started singing, Junie B's got a boyfriend, Junie B's got a boyfriend. And so that's how come I started feeling very embarrassed. Me and my big fat mouth, I said. Then Mrs. laughed, and Janitor laughed, and everybody else laughed too. And after that, Janitor had to go back to work, and so Mrs. shook his hand. And then room 9 clapped and clapped for him, and Janitor smiled, and his jingly keys jangled all the way out the door. Well, I hope you enjoyed that story as much as I did, and I think you might be able to learn a couple of lessons in here. Because some people didn't treat Junie B. Jones very nicely, or with respect, or with courtesy, and that didn't make her feel very good, did it? So I think you might want to think about the next time you want to treat somebody not very respectfully or not very courteously, and think about how you might feel. And you don't want to feel like Junie B. Jones felt. Well, thank you for listening, and I really, really hope you enjoyed that story. And we'll see you again.